wherever you find yourselves in this world of ours. Tonight we return to Orlando Ascended, the Mage Menu. Mina wants to have a little conversation with her mentor, Xavier. So we will go to that. Mina, you find yourself in the Order of Hermes sanctum, going about your business.
Mina, I think she also lives in the Chantry
Yes.
with her, like, Sanctum and Node being there. And he finds herself in front of the door of her uncle, Xavier. And he knocks the door.
The door opens. Enter.
And Mina will enter.
Mina, good to see you again.
Mr. Kenneth, it is a pleasure to see you again.
The house has been expanded, so to speak.
A bigger pardon?
The house, the spiritual abomination, the anomaly.
Oh, I am very happy to hear it. I'm very happy to hear it. Then we can actually focus on Jack the Ripper now.
Indeed. And it appears the property has been purchased by another individual, so that is taken care of itself.
She nods. I'm very happy to hear this. I have a couple questions that I wanted to ask, and the couple things that they came to my ears that I want your wisdom to help me, if it's not a big deal, of course.
I have time.
She stands up. She doesn't sit before told sit, and she is going to say, "I have been working with Damien, and he actually passed his first test.
Good.
He was able to write in Enochian and say that I'm a mage. Um, he's a very good student. He is learning the spheres um, and what they meant in our teachings. Um, I was going to ask that the after I tell him about the houses, he will of course choose a house between in our order. Um, what's going to happen to him after? Like I wanted to make sure I do everything according to your rules in this city.
If Damien wishes to join us as a full on member, that is his choice. I will gladly accept him into this order. I doubt other orders would take it as a proper recognition of an order of Hermes, but, well, doesn't matter. In my order, in my sanctum, in my territory, he may join if he wishes. If he does not wish to become a full on member and merely learn our ways, then I say he's more than well earned at least a little bit of teaching from what he did, especially since he survived the house.
I am among those who think that the learning and asking for education is something that we should answer for. If we just think that the orphans are dangerous and if we just push them away, it would be dangerous for society as well.
Precisely.
As she smiles that he thinks the same.
Because if we were to allow the orphans to roam free without proper education and learning, that would be a problem for all around. Because a mage that is not aware of the things that can happen, he smiles a bit, when magic goes awry, then it is poor for everyone. We must give them that knowledge at least.
I completely agree. The There is something that I wish to ask, and actually, I think you will like this idea.
Go
I
on.
know our surnames are different, but that does not mean that we are not family. And our noble bloodline is in many places in this world.
You want to bring more of your family into the sanctum.
If it's allowed, of course. The reason I want to do this is, as you stated, that there are many things in Orlando, many questions, and many things that we wish to do, and we wish to resolve and create an alliance. I need to be an example, especially when I'm so close to you. And if I sometimes I feel like I also need to be better. You know the ways of our family. There are many mages and those who helps the mages, as their belief fuels their power. I have a way of finding money that would give our family enough edge in Orlando, at least for a couple of years, they will be able to be well. Just a second, someone is calling me. I apologize for this. Oh, see that mean. I apologize, Brandon. Someone came to my door. I will answer this, okay? They called me through phone before they arrived. It's a mailman. I'll be
No
right back.
worries.
Thank you. I really apologize again. Okay, I am back. I apologize again.
No worries. I would allow your family to come here, but I would need to interview them one at a time.
She nods. I was sent here by my mom and dad. I hope you don't have any problems with them.
No, not at all. My brother is interesting, but there is power in his ways.
You have made Orlando a place of interest. And I think if, as a family, we can work more together,
I have always been willing to work with family, dear Mina. It is my brother who is not. It is not me you have to convince of that.
the she smiles. What does Mina know about her dad? That like
Very hardcore traditionalist Order of Hermes. Very hardcore. F all the other traditions. Mother
hmm
was a bit more flexible and honest, but once again, very hardcore traditionalist Order of Hermes.
hmm if mom and dad does not wish to join, that's on them. They are extremely powerful individuals who can do whatever they want. They have passed the things they want to do, and they're helping in a way they see fit. But our family is quite big. There are other individuals that we can convince, other individuals who are not awakened, that can help us. At least this is my idea.
Xavier nods. I
And
agree.
maybe I can show them, if I give them financial help, that may take their, that maybe interest them.
Xavier nods.
She smiles. The lastly, yesterday I have received news from our initiate, Jesse.
Yes, the information about one sideshow.
She nods.
As much as I would love to quell that individual, he is, for now, a necessary evil. Although I wouldn't call the man evil. I'd call him deranged, disturbed, and a bit off, but not quite evil. And no, I know the rumors you have heard about the trafficking are actually wrong. He's actually what the Americans refer to here as a coyote.
I don't know what that means.
A coyote is someone who pushes people into a country with illegal passports and documentation for a certain amount of money. He does not steal people off the streets and smuggle them into slavery. He merely pushes them into the country and has them pay him, which is still a bit off, but it's not evil. It is self interest. Self interest is not always evil, although it can be poisonous.
I Mina takes a deep breath and then says, "You have told me to work with the individuals and to make best of them,
Mhm.
and I will do that."
You do not need to work with Mr. Sideshow. As a matter of fact, I would prefer it if you stay as far away from that man as possible.
Mm. She nods. She nods again.
And if Mr. Sideshow oversteps his bounds, he will be dealt with. I doubt he will overstep his bounds because he's fairly clever. But keep an eye on him and do not trust him ever.
She nods.
Good,
Earning my
good,
trust isn't a hard thing to do.
good. As I said, it would be best to stay well away from him and not trust him. If you do somehow require aid or some sort of service from him, make sure it is in your favor and not his. Do not give him your true names. Do not give him any information you would not want someone you did not like to have. Like I said, he is a necessary problem, but he is also quite dangerous. Never forget that.
She nods. The I have how do I say this? I want to ask a way how I can make my sanctum a more powerful one. I know this is
Or
hard.
making the rituals for the sanctum, increasing the items of potential representation of your paradigm. It is a very difficult process to do.
She nods.
Would you require aid in making your sanctum? But that is something that you must do.
I think your education is a blessing. But at the same time, sometimes those mentors needs to be like mother bears. If you teach everything to your cub, the cub will learn nothing. Sometimes you
Well,
need to test the cub.
well done, Mina.
This is something I want to do with Damien as well, if he wishes to learn. But I, of course, every test will be presented to you first, and then will be done. The lastly, I am trying to learn more about the lores on Spirit World, Worm, Wild, and Weaver, as you requested, or as you recommended.
Hmm.
Damien seems to know a lot about these. My question is, what sphere or what other knowledge you would recommend me to learn? I am trying to learn forces as our order is very. She smiles and says, attuned.
For you,
Better
Mina,
than
I
forces.
recommend the sphere of correspondence.
Hmm. She nods. It is a second favorite of mine after forces.
Can be very useful.
She nods. Your wishes will be done, and I thank you for receiving me.
Of course, Mina. Anytime.
I will meet with the other members of our order to make sure that we have a healthy connection and they also know about the things that is going on around us.
Very good.
She gets
I
I
will
know she,
have I will have a ritual to cast very soon here if this weather does not lighten up, so to speak. I think it is due to something unnatural going out in the storm, out in the precipice, the swell that is happening out there on the coast. But one problem at a time. First things first, our next target is Jack the Ripper.
she nods. The anything I can do will be done for Jack the Ripper. I will try to create protection and help for those who needs it.
Perhaps start an investigation on the area you found his potential hideout, so to speak.
Hmm. I know that sometimes a good look from outside would be very nice. Not just with
He,
correspondence, but, your own eyes.
he nods. Very well.
I will take Damien and others to make sure that this is done as well. With your permission, I would like to leave and continue on meeting with other hermetics, Uncle.
Very well. You are dismissed.
She leaves and basically looks around for other hermetics in the chantry at the moment.
Then you'll go around and look for the other hermetics. A few of the no name based NPCs will talk with you and do stuff with you. But
Hmm.
until then, I think we can call that good for the session. So I'll do the outro. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you,
Okay.
watchers, for watching. This has been another chapter in Orlando Ascended. You all have a good night. Peace out.